Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hardcore 1.20 Let's Play, where now we have subtitles so that I can notice sounds such as cat takes damage and other things. Since the last episode, I have been in the mines, quite literally burying my grief. In fact, I've been mining for so long I've used up my diamond pickaxe. Let's actually go underground now because I have found more diamonds. Not here though. But in this tunnel we've got a vein of 3 and another clump of 3 just behind it. Oh, and over here we've got a big group of 8 that was discovered in the next tunnel over from the other ones. Over on the other side there's another vein of 8, and other than that I think that's it. So here's my dilemma, right? I've got this Fortune 3 book that would be great to use with these diamonds. However, I feel like they would be blood diamonds, since fishing this book is what essentially killed Charles. I know we should use it, but I just feel bad about it. I also will make another pickaxe since this one is dead, and I don't want to waste XP adding a diamond to the current one. Okay, so we have 2 groups of 3 and 2 groups of 8, meaning that without Fortune we've got 22 diamonds, I'm pretty sure. So let's see how much Fortune 3 helps us. Wow, we ended up with 47 out of 22 blocks. That more than doubled it, that's great. I feel so rich. With all of these diamonds, I say that we make our next set of armor. The iron has served us well, but it's time that we're more protected. There, that's much better. And we've got 23 left over. Well, 28 with the ones I have already. As much fun as diamond mining and swimming in riches is, I've got to finish some stuff from last time. I'll grab some spruce wood, because the inside of the barn needs some work. Let's extend some beams across to fill the ceiling space, with fences on top, and a little bit of support underneath. With our wheat we can make some hay bales for decoration, and some bread for me. There, that's looking much better for our barn interior. I'm sure the animals appreciate it. Outside I want to work on the landscaping. We need paths. Right now it doesn't look very put together. Let's craft lots of coarse dirt and spruce slabs, so that we can dig ourselves a path to the barn. That's a lovely path to the barn if I do say so myself. Next, I want to do something about the torches that are littering the ground around here. In episode 1 we found moss in a shipwreck. I haven't used it yet, but the carpets would be great to cover the torches with. I need to first turn seeds into a little bone meal, then we can start to grow some over here. Beautiful. The torches are good where they are, so all I'll do is drop them down and cover them with a moss carpet. Perfect, not a torch in sight. Well, that isn't supposed to be there. And we can use the azalea bushes that we got to decorate around. I know it's too soon, but I want to take a fishing break to see if we can get a mending book for our fortune pickaxe. I threw the lily pads out, okay? Everything's fine. Well, I haven't gotten a single bit of treasure, just fish. But the next project I want to tackle is this wheat field. I planted it by the river at the start, and it's kind of gotten out of control. So I'm thinking we can plant a new and improved wheat field in this crater over here. A sort of bread bowl, if you will. This will be a pretty big field, so let's use our diamonds for the best possible purpose, and make a diamond hoe. We won't be needing this anymore. This is going to take a while, so let's get farming. Okay, I have used up all of the seeds I had, and planted this massive field. I mean seriously, some wheat has grown in the time it's taken me to plant this. However, I've noticed the dangerous holes in the ground and the mountainside. There's quite a few around, and for this to be a safe place to farm our new crops, we should cover these up. I've got a few stacks of dirt, we'll see if that's enough. Ooh, but first I've spotted a bit of iron down here. That makes the landscape look much better. I am leaving this aquifer thing here because it would be helpful to water the crops. For it to do that though, I'll need to raise the water level up a block. Now we can continue in our field planting spree. In the house we do have all of the crop variants, I think. Well, except for pumpkins, but that's okay for now. We can start with some potatoes next to the wheat, and on the other side of the aquifer, our one lonely carrot. So that we're not constantly trampling the crops, let's make a path through the field. I've extended the path all the way to connect with the house pathway, so now there's an official way to walk through the field. And we can help out our single carrot here by bone milling it, to, well, get 3. It's a little better at least. As for the melons, I don't really need them for anything, so I'll wait to grow them when I set up an automatic farm. Beetroot is also a pretty useless crop, so I don't want to make a whole field for it. Instead, I'll put little grow boxes on our balcony to keep beetroot in. With some signs on the side to make them look less like just a block of dirt. And I forgot that they need water to grow. Let's make a little barrel nest each spot. Now I've got a few bits of beetroot growing, for whatever reason we might need them. Next, let's cover the water puddles in the field with mangrove roots. And in the wheat section at least, I'll also put a hay bale on top. I then took another fishing break while stomping out the farmland by the river that wouldn't go away. I got a book, but it was just fortune too. Then I harvested the wheat field for the first time. I used the seeds to get more bone meal, to bone meal a tree that had already grown. I needed to get lots of leaves though, so I bone mealed more anyway. I used the leaves for a border to enclose the fields and make them a little bit more secure. I even put in a little waterfall. With that, the crops are set up pretty well. I've got to keep expanding our poor carrot field, but other than that, it's good. Since we've got some diamond armor now, I want to get some armor trims to customize it. The best way to do that, I think, is to find a trail ruin, which I'll need a brush for. We do have copper, and a feather that Charles got for us, for a lovely brush. I'm pretty sure that you can brush an armadillo to get scoots. Scoots? Something. You can. Whoa, oh my gosh, that uses it up fast. I need a new brush. Anyways, I think trail ruins are only in spruce forests, and I know that there is a lot of spruce out this way. Hopefully, traveling by foot, I'll be able to spot one. Whoa, I almost ran right past this. It's so tricky to see underneath the snow, especially that white terracotta block, what the heck. The first suspicious gravel, what will I have? Oh, blue dye. We've got a pottery shard. Oh, it was just a brick. This has gotta be a shard. It is! Yes, we got the advancement. The sheaf pottery shard. And another one. Oh, the heartbreak one. Look at me go. Oh, our first armor trim, yes. The razor trim, cool. I continued brushing my way through the ruin, sorting out glass panes and wooden hose from actual treasure, but I did end up keeping some candles since we don't have any bees yet to make them ourselves. Well, I think I have unearthed everything. It's a lot bigger than I remember ancient ruins being, although it took a lot longer after my shovel broke. Luckily, I got all of the armor trims and the music disc you can find here, so let's go home. Alright, so we got 4 of the razor armor trims, 2 wayfinder trims, and 2 host trims. I wasn't expecting to find duplicates, but that will save us diamonds if we don't have to duplicate them. We've also got a bunch of pottery shards to use. To use the armor trims though, I'll need a smithing table. Let's leave it right here. I don't have many different gems to use, but I've smoked some copper that I think would look cool. I'll use the host trim on the boots with redstone. The razor trim is the coolest in my opinion, so I'll use that for the chest plate. And this is what we end up with. Maybe in the future I will change the colors some, and when we get more trims I'll switch it up a bit too. We do have a lot of diamonds left, so we might as well make a tool set. And that still leaves us with 20 diamonds, which should be plenty. The pottery shards that we found have got me thinking. We don't have any good way to get bricks at the moment, other than digging around for clay in the river. So what I'm going to do is make a basement where we can set up a mud drying station using dripstone. Of course, we don't have a lot of dripstone, so we'll have to make a farm for that too. Unfortunately, the furnace area will have to go, so that we can make a ladder entrance. The first step to building a basement is to, well, dig a massive hole in the ground, and hope that my diamond pickaxe doesn't break. minutes later, and we've dug a big hole. My diamond pick did get low, so I've been using iron for the last bit. I still need to dig one more layer for the floor though. And I want this to be a dark, spooky basement, so I'll make a stack of deep slate brick, and a stack of tiles. I'll lay them down in a checkered pattern like so. There, now that the floor is down, we need to fill in the walls on the outer edges. I've got lots of cobblestone, andesite, and a bit of moss to make mossy cobble. I also want to use light grey wool as part of the color palette. I have been breeding up some light grey sheep for this, so I'll keep sharing these as I need to. Starting with more deep slate at the bottom for the first row, blending it up some, next some tuff, following the same random pattern, moving up to cobblestone. This is where I'll dot some mossy cobble in to texture. Above that, the andesite, and finally the light grey wool at the top. There we go. Next we need all of the dark oak that we've got to make some slabs and stairs. And of course some trapdoors. Surprisingly, we didn't run out of dark oak, but we do need to get some more spruce. Now we can start putting up some supporting beams. The pillars themselves are spruce logs, with the dark oak connecting them. There is some structure in here now, so let's build the dripstone farm so that we can build up a supply. I'll put it in between the shelves so that it's kinda hidden. To maximize the space, I will have the ceiling block be dripstone, and put in the water above, putting the spikes on, and we can repeat it on the next one over once we have more dripstone. In the meantime, let's add better lighting in. Including 2 mangrove chandeliers because they're my favorite. Glow lichen is also a good option. It doesn't give off a lot of light, but it fits the basement vibe of weird stuff growing down here. I also just remembered that we've got glowberries around here somewhere. The basement would be a good place to grow them, and it will give off more light. And I'll add some to the shelves in place of those random torches. Okay, it's been a while, and I feel I've wasted my youth waiting for dripstone to grow, but both little farms are complete. And we even have some extra, which means that we can set up a renewable lava farm. But first we need lava, and the easiest way to get it is to go to a lava pool that we've come across before. I think there's one in the swamp. I'm hoping that it was more than 1 block deep, which it looks like it wasn't. Oh, never mind, it is. And we've got it. Oh, there's a wandering trader. Again, hello. And he has small drip leaf. I will use my 2 whole emeralds, making me completely broke. I also want to try and get the llamas again. No, don't get in the boat with him. Oh. I think if I tame the llamas, they won't despawn like last time, which I probably should have known. Oh, yay, we can now have some llamas in the barn. I'll put them in this far side stable. And we've got hay bales, so we might as well breed them. It's so cute. Anyways, distractions aside, we can set up the lava farm. I'll make a cauldron, and all I need to do is place the dripstone above the cauldron, make a little chamber around it, mostly for decoration, but the top part will contain the lava. And it should be working. This will make smelting things a lot more convenient, especially high volumes of copper that I might have sitting in a chest. The last thing the basement needs is the clay farm. For the dripstone points to dry the mud, it doesn't have to be hanging from the dripstone block, so we can get some more deep slate, and copy the floor pattern 3 blocks higher. Oh no, a fire broke out. Put it out. Oh no. No, god, this isn't good. This has turned out to be very problematic. Okay, let's maybe recess this in one, and hopefully it won't light everything on fire. Maybe. After that disaster, let's continue working on the clay farm. There will be water in here, so I'm putting these fence gates in to stop any waterfalls. The clay farm is now finished, except for the dripstone, which I'll add once more grows. Then we'll put some underneath the floor for the bottom layer. To finish up the basement, let's do some decorating. I've got the pottery shards to use, so we can make a few decorated pots. I've got this one with the 2 hearts that would fit nicely here with both sides visible. There's this one that I forgot what it's called, but it can go on the wall. The last 2 are a villager one, and a wolf one that can go on the shelves. And to make them shaped a little differently, I'll put normal pots on top of some of them. Another thing that would be cool down here is spider webs. And we do have a mine shaft close by where we could find some. Uh-oh, there are villagers out here. Get off my lawn. You know what, I'm going to just run around. I'm all set with that, thanks. Oh wait, a llama got out, what the heck? Alright, we made it to the safety of this long, painful staircase. All the way down we've come to the mine shaft. We only need a few cobwebs, which shouldn't be too hard. I may have gotten too many, but we can dot them around. Some in the corners, and some on the shelves. I smelted one little piece of glass to see if the lava will behave this time and not start a fire, but with that the basement is complete. It's very functional, as you can see. There's a lot of different farms down here with the dripstone, lava, glowberries, and mud. But I think it still has the vibe of a spooky basement. The pillagers are still outside, so I can't go to the crop fields, but we got that very well set up today too. We will never run out of wheat again, or potatoes, or carrots for that matter. But with that, that is all of the time that I've got for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.